I'm Khadijah, nice to meet you guys. I'm here today to tell you about my Revert story. And if you guys see me looking over to the side, that's because I got my handy dandy little tool up. And I just want to have like key points that I'm going to be talking about so I don't get off track. This is going to be a long story, so bear with me. If you last the whole video, then you real. But anyways, so personal background, right? Or my personal journey, the main reason why, or the main influence to why I came to Islam was because of the loss of my brother, bless his soul. My brother Jeremiah died, and that made me go into a self-discovery kind of moment and just allowed me to embrace Islam. He died a Rasta, and yeah, I remember the last conversation that I really had with him was just him telling me hey, you live your whole life for everyone else. And I guess the backstory I should tell you is that unfortunately my brother and my father and some of my family members fell out because of his beliefs being different from what my family's belief is, which is a really strict specific type of Christianity background, and my brother didn't follow that type of Christianity because he was a Rasta. And so yeah, he was he knew that I was thinking about looking into the Quran and looking into Islam for a while, and literally the week before he died, he was you've lived your whole life for everyone else. You've always done everything for everyone else. So if anything happens to me, I want you to give me your word that you will do what is best for you, and you will do for you first and think about everything else afterwards. And when I tell you guys, Allah, he made it impossible for me to do anything but exactly what my brother's last wish was, bless his soul. And so I took my shahada not only for myself but also to honor his last wishes when he died. But to give you some background story, my family is devout Christian. Yeah, I have 4 pastors that are my uncles in my family. I was born and raised in Jamaica, and I was surrounded by Christianity and about the Bible all my life. And the version of Christianity that my father and some of my family members follows is different from I guess mainstream Christianity in America. And that allowed me to have a big culture shock when I came to America, because basically the version of Christianity that I grew up believing in is Jesus is not God. And when I came to America, it was this belief that Jesus is God, astaghfirullah. And yeah, so when I first went to a church or a Christian gathering in America, I was told that I was gonna go to hell, and that I can't consider myself Christian anymore. And I was excuse me? You spent my whole life I've been considering myself a Christian, and you, who are you? But I was say less, say less. I went to my dad. My dad was baby, you don't gotta listen to those folks. Just read your Bible, mind your business, drink your water, move on with life. And I was okay. It wasn't that easy, but eventually I was okay, you know. And then yeah, so that made me go into this deep discovery, because I hate when people tell me what I am. You can't tell me what I am. So I was I'm gonna tell you who I am. I'm gonna come with the facts behind it. Biblically, I'm gonna come with the facts behind it. Spiritually, I'm gonna come with the facts behind it. Okay. So anyways, I was I'm gonna do my deep research, because you're not gonna tell me that I'm gonna go to hell because I'm a good person. Okay. Inshallah. But anyways, so I went years into Bible study. Okay. I read 26 plus different versions of the Bible, compared to different versions with historical and everything. And I was writing in my little book. Actually, let me show y'all my little book that I was writing in. Because this stuff was real, y'all. Let me show you guys. So, sorry, it's down here. This was my little book. In my little spiral notebook, I was writing in this book every single thing that I found out about the Bible. And I was ain't nobody could tell me anything. Ain't nobody could tell me anything, because I got the facts. And it's on stats, and it's on that, okay? And I was, and then I was yo, I found out something about the Bible that I didn't even realize before, right? I was ain't nobody tell me, nobody be talking about the family of Ishmael when they be reading the Bible. So where my dog Ishmael went, how he just disappeared like that, you know what I mean? So I was okay, bet. That means I gotta read the Quran to find out more about Ishmael. You know, took me a few years, But yeah, I was like, I gotta figure out more about family of Ishmael, and all this good stuff. That's where the Bible led me to. And actually, I was like, you know what? I feel like there's a lot of misguided Christians out there that has this belief that Jesus is God, and it just burns my soul and it just hurts my heart to know that they're so misguided when the Bible made it so clear time and time again that that's not the truth. And I feel so bad for Jesus, peace be upon him, that you know, like he died and people just lied on his name. So I was like, I'm gonna turn that book, that notebook that I have, into something that people could actually find online and possibly, like, you know, read and have like their own discovery of the Bible and of God. And hopefully that will help them, like it helped me, lead me to the Quran and lead me to the truth. This is getting long, I'm so sorry. So I wrote this book and I published this book, and it's up on Amazon now. And basically it has like these, this is like the copy that I had before I changed some things, but basically it has space for people to go and find their own discoveries and stuff like that. And it has like different activities that they should do to basically lead them towards the truth, which is Islam. Anyways, so that being said, I finished that. And in the process of doing all that, I came up with the vision of Wali, or should I Revert, or Sir Wali, whichever name you want to call it. And I applied for this business grant with a friend, but I got rejected. But I was like, you know what, people will actually need this. I want a space for reverts where they felt welcome and guided. I want a space for just Muslims who are seeking guidance on their Islamic journey. They want to like grow in their deen, and you know, they just want more. So I created Wali. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked because I was not looking at my screen at all. But yeah, I was like, you know what, God, after I read the Quran, I was like, yo, this is the truth. Like, and before I read the Quran, y'all, I was so scared for some reason, because I knew like me doing my shahada means that I could possibly lose my family. I still haven't told my family about it yet. But yeah, I was like, you know what, God, this is my ultimate test for you. Which is like, who are you to test God? Oh, astaghfirullah. But anyways, so I was like, God, I'm gonna buy a ticket, a one-way ticket to Turkey, to go to the Hagia Sophia, and I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna take my shahada, right? And if I go there and I take my shahada, if I go to Turkey, I'm not gonna plan anything. All I'm gonna do is just buy my ticket and bring my body and bring my clothes. If you want me to take my shahada, Lord, then make it so that I have a place to stay, make it so I have a welcoming experience, and make it so that I have a way to go and take my shahada, specifically in the Hagia Sophia, specifically the day that my brother died, the next year, right? So I literally did that. Bought a one-way ticket, didn't know what I was gonna do, didn't know where I was gonna go. And y'all, when I told you God worked it out so perfectly, I literally met my Turkish family over there. Like, they took me in for the whole week that I was there. Like, everything went so smoothly. I took my shahada in the Hagia Sophia, and that experience itself, like, that has to be another video, because mashallah, it was so beautiful, and I'm so blessed, and I'm so grateful. But yeah, that was a long story short of, no, it wasn't. It was a short story long of how I became Muslim. Bye.